Hello, EDSC320 students. Welcome to our first virtual class. It might feel a little daunting at first, but really, it's just like our in-person class, just with opportunities to reflect virtually. And in the notes of my presentation, you will find more resources on some of the slides. So let's jump in. As I mentioned in the first class, sign up here to lead a student discussion for extra credit. These extra credit points can sometimes be the difference between one letter grade to another. Just make sure you don't sign up where it says virtual. I wanted to also encourage you to think about how you are reading your textbook. So one of the ways I wanted to help you with this is to consider the perspective you are reading your textbook with. We often think our perspective is reality, and this can skew how we see things and conclusions we make. We can frame this conversation in two ways: perspective taking and perspective seeking. Perspective taking is the ability to take someone else's perspective. You can watch this first video to get a good idea of what this means. And perspective seeking is to be authentically interested in seeing and learning about someone else's point of view. The second video clip can also help consider ways to do this. Once you've done this and considered the concepts around perspective, consider what perspective you want to try and read our textbook with. You can change different ways of reading to challenge yourself as well. With these ideas in mind, let's take a deeper look at the ideas presented in Chapter 1, starting with biological changes. Click on this Padlet. And explore the case studies it holds. When reading these case studies, consider the biological changes adolescents are going through that you read in Chapter 1 and how you might link this information to support these students. Formulate some key ideas and post them on the Padlet for your classmates to see your ideas. You post by double-clicking anywhere on the Padlet, and you can write your first name under title and then your response in the body of the post. You can also comment on other people's posts. Please make sure you consider the netiquette standards for posting in our classroom, as it is an academic space. When looking at obesity and eating disorders, I want you to consider how the statistics in the United States don't match the impact it has on teenagers. How is this possible? Consider what you would do to help adolescents think differently about these topics. And as we continue looking at health issues, I want you to explore the issue of equity. The textbook brings up what seems to be a paradox in some health among adolescents. The research cites unhealthy behaviors as rampant among poor and ethnic minority students. Leaving this here, one can be in danger of constructing assumptions about particular communities and why they have these higher, unhealthier behaviors. I'd like you to dig a little deeper by looking at how one youth found the way we tell stories impacts how Google search's algorithm gives information. This youth did a search for black teenagers, and what came up were pictures of mugshots of black youth. He did the same for white teenagers, and what came up were photos of smiling white youth. Initially, there was outcry that Google's search algorithm was racist. When you dig deeper, you realize that the algorithm is a reflection of how we tell stories. It picks up a combination of key words that are told together and repeated again and again. So how do we tell stories? Consider each one of these stories has been told between Tamir Rice, Trayvon Martin, and Brock Turner. If you don't know these stories, Google them and look for key words that shape these stories. Troubled teen, star athlete, a kid with a gun, and look at what pictures are chosen to depict each of these youth. All of these told again and again impact Google searches. For more, look at the articles linked in the notes of this slide. So as you dig deeper, You'll consider how stories are told for each of these groups of teens, and how that can impact the way we read research and even look at data. Most stereotypes are incredibly persistent and damaging, as this short video clip here will show us. Once you have reflected on the chapter we've read for this week, let's go over the assignment for after class. In Titanium, you will read an article on the myth of meritocracy and then write a reader's response. Please take a look at the syllabus to see what criteria will be used to grade a reader's response. And with that, have a fabulous week, and I will see you online.